Hi boys and girls, this is just a really short video to talk about one of your at-home tasks which counts towards your My Skills Challenge awards. So we're going to ask you to learn your address and phone number, and we want you to sort of memorise that, and then we'd like you, when you feel comfortable, to get a grown-up to film you saying your address and your phone number, and then if they can upload it onto the skills badges as evidence, then that would be lovely. So why would we want to memorise our address and phone number? Well, it can be really useful for a number of situations. If you get lost, if you just go to the park and you get separated from your parents or whoever you're with, or you're on a day trip out with your parents and you get separated, it's really important that you're able to tell someone you trust, like a member of the police or somebody in a shop or a security guard, or someone that you trust that has a position of authority, that you're able to tell them what your phone number and address is, so that they're able to get you back together with your mum and dad or a grown-up as quickly as possible. Because it can be really quite upsetting to suddenly get lost, and it's also really upsetting as a parent to suddenly realise that you've lost a child. So it's important not to panic and just to remember your phone number and address. And the other reason that it's really important is if you're at home and someone takes ill, or there's an accident or an emergency like a fire, and you need to phone the emergency services, then they would ask you what your address is, and it would be really, really important to be able to tell them the address so they're able to get there and provide help as quickly as possible. So some examples that I've had is that I've been on holiday and I've managed, our daughter Ellie has managed to, for some reason, get lost on the way back to her hotel room. She's a bit older and she's able to do that, but she's got lost and someone's gone to the pool and someone's gone somewhere else and we don't know where she is. And that's another reason that's quite good, is if you're on holiday abroad, if you know your parents or grown-ups' mobile phone numbers, then that's a really good way of people being able to get back into contact with you quickly. I've got another one that my mum tells me a long time ago, that my brother managed to leave our house and get all the way up to the park, crossing roads and stuff by himself, and that was probably he was probably too young at that point to actually have to know his phone number, and luckily they found him again. But these sorts of situations, it's really, really important to be able to tell people your phone number and address so they can get you back quickly as possible. So I've got a few little tasks that might help you to remember. So you could just simply write down your address. So you'd want to have your house number, your street, your town or city, and your postcode. And then you could write your phone number down, and you could put that somewhere like at your desk where you're sitting doing your homeschooling at the moment, or you could just have it somewhere maybe in the kitchen where you see it all the time, and it might just help to jog your memory. Another thing that I thought you could do is, and this is a made up address, so don't worry, this is completely made up, is you could address an envelope and get used to writing your address out, and you could then just go around and have a bit of fun, pretend you're a postman and post it through your letterbox. You could do that a few times. Picking up mail from the letterbox when the postman comes is also a really good idea, and you can read the address from the envelopes, and that will get you used to your address. Another thing is to break it down into different sort of sheets, so you can have the number and you can have like part of the town. So we've got north, and then we've got parts of the postcode, and then what you could do is, it's like a memory game, you could lay it all out on the ground and you have to put it in the correct order for the address to be correct. And you can also do that with your phone number. You can put all the numbers down, and then you have to, it's like a sorting exercise, which will help you to memorize it. Something else that I thought was good is to go on a little walk with your grown-ups, and to maybe make sort of like a memory map. So I've sort of made a memory map that there's the beach, and there's this really horrible hill that I don't enjoy walking up called Law Road, and there's the law, and there's the school and the high school, and there's Grange Road, and then eventually you come to where I live, and it's just something to jog your memory. And you can also write your address on there. I didn't want to do that, and it will just help you to remember where you live. And it's also really important that you'd be able to, if you can't remember your address, and when a situation happens, that you're able to maybe direct people to your address. You could tell the police or show them how to get there. That'd be really helpful. For your phone number, I've done really roughly what a phone would look like. Now this is obviously for a mobile phone. If somebody has an old phone or an old handset, you can actually punch the numbers in, but you could just get into the habit of punching the numbers of the phone number in, and that should help your memory. And really important for the mobile phone is that the green button at the bottom with the phone shape, you need to press that in order for the call to go through. And one final thing that I saw is that you can use the song Ferashaka, and you can break your phone number or your address down, and you could do that with a grown-up, and you could learn it that way if that's something that's easier for you. Anyway, I hope that's been useful, and I look forward to seeing your different ways that you've come up with to help you to learn your address and number. Thank you.